Hello there, folks. Happy continuing of Easter. I hope you had a really nice Easter with a lot of food and a lot of eggs. Both real ones and those with candy in, maybe. I thought I was going to continue with my series, my collection of. I have a few more stuff to show for that series. And one of them is something that I've shown before, but it was a pretty long way back, and I have actually gotten more, a whole lot more to that genre, and that is my collection of 70s singles, 70s music on 45s. A lot of those will be, of course, stuff that you have seen in various vinyl CD updates. You will recognize those with written sleeves on from the closing down of the thrift store Återbruket that I showed last year. But I still think it's a good idea to show my entire collection of 45s from the 70s. I won't be taking up all that much time to show all the B-sides. The B-side is on the cover sleeve in some, but some don't. But if you see some that I don't name the B-side, and if you are interested to know what B-side is it on that single, write it down in the comments section. And I will give you a response to that. And then there are those that I have no idea what is A or B side, so that's another matter. But I don't want this video to take longer time than necessary, so I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. So with no further ado, let's go to the singles and see my collection of 45s from the 70s. And I'm also going to say that there are limited amount of Swedish singles, mainly because many of those are in the Schlager genre, and I have a specific genre for those. But there are some Swedish that are more in disco, maybe rock and so on, that are more suitable for here. So some Swedish, but not that many. So now, let's go to my collection of 70s singles. And I assume that there is only one place to start. Of course, with ABBA. Many ABBA singles are in the 80s. I have not that many from the 70s. But here is my favorite ABBA single, Summer Night City. It doesn't get any better than this when it comes to groove and it comes to sound. We have, no, I haven't put this wrong, we have ABBA Chiquitita with Bee Gees Too Much Heaven at the other side. A little strange combination when it comes to the single, but extremely interesting to have. So I also have the regular single. So we have Feelings, Albert Morris, ballad classic. Here we have a country song, actually. Lynn Anderson, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Andrea True Connection, What's Your Name, What's Your Number? Andrea True, that was a former adult actress that turned into disco and stayed there actually. She never returned to her previous occupation. Here we have one of those from closing down of Återbruket. We have Ruby Andrews and Queen of Disco. We have another dance track called Look Ahead by Aquarian Dream. Atlantic Star, some nice soul here, Visions. We have more Atlantic Star. Don't abuse my love. Stand up. Baccarat, Spanish disco that was extremely big in here in Europe, especially with this song, Yes Sir I Can Boogie. A little cheesy maybe, but I like the production actually. The Rolls Royce production is a little cozy, mystery sound. Another of the big hits, Sorry I'm a Lady. And we have Body Talk. The Devil Sent You to Laredo. Mike Batt, Losing Your Way in the Rain, featuring Colin Blunstone. Colin Blunstone, who also he had a minor hit in the 80s with a song called Touch, and he was also a vocalist on some Alan Parsons songs, if I'm not wrong. More dance music, Sally B, Blow My Mind. Bee Gees, Wind of Change and Spirits Having Flown. Here it comes again, Bee Gees, Too Much Heaven, that you saw on the ABBA backside, but this is the original single. Here comes the interesting thing, this is Bee Gees Jive Talkin', the B-side you just saw. On the other side of Spirits Having Flown. This is a red flag, I know, for all Beatles fans, but it's fun to have. Bee Gees and Peter Frampton's version of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And this album is also in my collection. Bee Gees, You Should Been Dancing. More of the Gibb Brothers, How Deep Is Your Love. This is one of my absolute favorite Bee Gees songs. El Bimbo. Bimbo Jet. And El Bimbo is that song that is played on in the gay bar in the Police Academy movie. Blondie, Atomic. Coming into some Blondie stuff now. We have Sunday Girl. Blondie, Heart of Glass. Blondie, Picture This. Leaving Blondie, we have Blood, Sweat and Tears. Tell Me That I'm Wrong and Rock Reprise. Boomtown Rats, I Don't Like Mondays. Actually, it is Monday today when I'm recording this. Too bad for Boomtown Rats. Diamond Smiles by Boomtown Rats. Bowie, Young Americans. I have too little by 45s or 70s Bowie. I want more. You Gotta Give It, Brecker Brothers. Nice funky jazz rock style. And more Brecker Brothers. If you wanna boogie, forget it. This is the B-side is better here. Slick stuff. Alicia Bridges, a dance classic, I Love the Nightlife. BT Express, Herb's and can't stop grooving now. Wanna do it some more. This is some nice yacht rock. Can't say goodbye, Bobby Caldwell. That, if I'm not wrong, he died last autumn. So rest in peace. Down for the third time. Coming to some Carpenters now. One of my absolute favorites, Yesterday Once More. Jambalaya on the Bayou. On the Top of the World. Leaving Carpenters and coming into a single from Soul Train, the television series. And this is Carrie, with last name Lucas, if I'm not wrong. What's the question? And I gotta keep dancing. Some Chaka Khan is never wrong. Life is a dance and some love. Coming into some Chicago now. Chicago Make Me Smile. Color My World. One of my absolute favorites, If You Leave Me Now. Beginnings and Saturday in the Park. Baby, What a Big Surprise. I'm taking it on Uptown. Tina Charles, but not Love to Love. I Love to Love. But this is You Set My Heart on Fire. Not too common song by her. Cher, Dark Lady. Tony Christie, Is This the Way to Amarillo? Yeah, I know. Not a pretty picture sleeve, but still a picture sleeve. Chi-Lites, You Don't Have to Go. And Toby. This is a classic one. Couldn't Get It Right, Climax Blues Band. Fat Maybelline. We have City Boy, my only single so far by City Boy. Surgery Hours, Doctor Doctor. Deadly Delicious. I've Got Love on My Mind, Natalie Cole. Early one from her. Commodores, Three Times a Lady. One of my absolute favorites by them. And for those of you who doesn't understand, this is of course a Swedish release. And more Commodores, Wonderland. This is now finally a Swedish one. This is more of a prog single. I don't have all that much prog. I'm not into prog all that much, especially not the Swedish version of prog. But this one I actually like. This is Contact with Skäggmanslaget. Jag är lite ledsen ikväll. I'm a little sad tonight. And Hon kom över mon. She came over the hill. What's interesting about this one is that Hon kom över mon is the B-side, but it was the B-side that became their biggest hit by far. And it is also is a classic, definitely. Julie Covington, Don't Cry for Me Argentina, from Evita. We have some Beretta's theme with Sammy Davis Jr., Iris Sparrow. Coming to some Dawn, What Are You Doing Sunday? And The Sweet Soft Sound of Love. And of course the Dawn song that everybody's waiting for, Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree. Interesting thing here is that here you say featuring Tony Orlando, and on the previous one, What You Are Doing on Sunday, and this Candida, doesn't say anything. If I'm not wrong, it is because Tony Orlando was involved in a project that forbid him from putting his name on this Dawn single, as it was on another record label. So he had to. He still sings, but he didn't. He couldn't have his name on it. Deep Purple, Speed King. Wouldn't mind more Deep Purples for 45s actually. Delegation, Put a Little Love on Me, from hard rock to sweet soul. Lindsay DePaul, Sugar Me, Storm in a Teacup. We have Dramatics, Feel It. No Rebate on Love. This is Dr. Hook, and this is actually a single, that bonus single that was released along with one of the albums. It doesn't contain anything. You see, there's no B-side here. It contains they're joking around, interviews and so on for 6 minutes, so it's no song. It is spoken word. Fun to have. With that, I open the door of Dr. Hook singles. If I'd Only Came and Gone. We have Walk right in, baby, let your hair hang down. Walk right in, and Sexy Energy. Making Love and Music. Who that? Cops and Robbers, Dr. Hook. Now, we're leaving the doctor's office, comes to Drifters and Kissing in the Back Row of the Movies. Some really sweet soul. Eagles, another band that I have way too few 45s by. The Long Run. Earth, Wind and Fire, After the Love Has Gone. Earth, Wind and Fire, Fantasy. Earth, Wind and Fire, September. Emotions, Walking the Line. Ain't no doubt about it. More Emotion, I Should Be Dancing. Exile, I Wanna Kiss You All Over. Now we're coming to a couple of Swedish. This is a Swedish group called Extra that actually is today known for only one thing. It was a start band for one of my favorite Swedish singers, Anneli Rudé. And this is a song called Fri with a question mark. A little crazy song, but a really fun one. This is Swedish classic, it's considered. A song that has been played for numerous summer closing for summer vacations of schools. Efter plugget, after the school. Brian Ferry, You Go to My Head. Foreigner, Blue Morning, Blue Day. This is a band called Photomaker that was not all that big, but it's pretty nice music. Where Have You Been All My Life? Four Tops, The Show Must Go On, which it will. Running From Your Love. Free, All Right Now. Leif Garrett, or Leif, as we say here in Sweden. I feel the need. I feel the need to continue with an artist called Pearly Gates. Really fun choice of artist name. I had no idea what this was. This was actually a blind buy that turned out to be pretty good, actually. Burning Love and Burning Love Part 2. Gloria Gaynor, Never Can Say Goodbye. And this is actually the only Gloria Gaynor I have, and I feel I need, actually. Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing, which is pretty interesting because here comes Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing. I have two of these. One of them is a Spanish release. I haven't made up my mind yet which one to keep of them, actually. Gladys Knight, On and On, produced by Curtis Mayfield. GQ, Disco Nights, Rock Freak. And the more famous Boogie Oogie Oogie. Grand Central Station, or as it's called here, Larry Graham with Grand Central Station. You're a Foxy Lady. Hall and Oates, Daryl Hall and John Oates, Rich Girl. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, The Love I Lost. Really classic. And Philly record label. Always get weak when I see a Philly record label. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Don't Leave Me This Way. We have Dan Hartman, Countdown. Here is Countdown. Yeah, I know the single doesn't look all that good, but it's a nice song still. Dan Hartman, Instant Replay. Isaac Hayes, the theme from Shaft. Isaac Hayes with Moonlight Lovin', Ménage à Trois, and It's Heaven to Me. Heart, Hang On. Heat Wave. We have Eyeballin' and Birthday. More soul from Heatwave. Too Hot to Handle. This was a blind buy. It's something called Himalaya and Imagination. And Put Your Hand in the Hand. Turned out to be pretty good, actually. We're coming to Hot Butter, but not popcorn, but the follow-up to that song, Tequila. Pa-pam, pa-da-pam, pa-pam, pam, pa-pam, pa-da-pam, pa-pam. Cissy Houston, Whitney's mother, Think It Over. You saw it here, Don't Leave Me This Way. And here it comes again, but now with Thelma Houston. Even in this case also, I have two of them, with one of them being a Spanish release. And I have no checks yet on which of them to keep. Rock the Boat, Youth Corporation. And more Youth Corporation, Rocking Soul. Now coming to a band that actually is more connected to the 80s, but they did a few singles in the 70s that are labeled as some of the fans, this band's fans' favorites. Human League, Being Boiled. And it is a really, really, really great early Human League. Iron Jury and the Blockheads. Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. Hit me. Hit me. Dee Dee Jackson, Automatic Lover, Automatic Lover. We have Jackson 5, Going Back to Indiana. Jigsaw, main theme from Man from Hong Kong. Yes, this is George Lazenby. This is really, this was actually a blind buy when I bought it and turned out to be really, really good. We have Elton John and Kiki, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. More Elton John, Pinball Wizard. And Goodbye General Bit Road. We have Jimmy Castor Bunch, E-Man Groovin'. I know this should have been before Elton John, but I'll sort them out later. And finally, on this part, France Jolie, Come to Me. France Jolie is a sadly forgotten disco singer today. She's really, really great in my opinion. So yes, I decided to do this two-part, since I don't want this video to become all too long. So next time we take from letter K and all the way to letter Z. I don't think I have anyone on O, Ä, Ö, our Scandinavian letters. And also some that isn't sorted in yet. So until next time, I hope that every one of you have a really nice time. And no matter where you are, no matter what you do. And again, happy continuing of Easter. See ya.